world's slowest dissolve. Yeah, so Colton, just so you know, I'm sending everyone back to the original chat room here.
Oh, it's okay. I can't log in there either.
Yeah, the only chat I've seen all show has been the Twitch chat.
Yeah, that was not a good chat experience for us.
I just stayed in the regular chat room, so.
For us
I
here
got
in the studio, yeah. The problem is it was really difficult for us to like push it to air or actually work with it inside of the studio. Yeah, that was not flushed out well at all. All right, we'll get that. We'll keep working on it. We need to do an open. What's your name? Hologram. What was your favorite story? What's your name? I'm a horrible human being.
Yes.
God.
You.
Yeah, we know.
I'm not all that of a person.
You scream
I have a
one.
name.
So, Hologram.
I think I'll do asteroid redirect winds down, deep space gateway gains support.
That's a lot of words.
Jesus. No, that's fine. I mean, that works. Okay. Spiky hair, dude.
Spooky action in space.
Spooky. I have an interview with Esteban Guzman talking about art and science. How art collides with science. How art intersects with science. Space art. Spart. Space art is hereby known as Spart. You're welcome.
That sounds like the combination of the words Sprite and fart.
Well, it's like a.
Oh,
it's
God,
like
it's a fart.
It's a citrusy fart, is what that would be.
Can't take you anywhere.
Didn't even take him anywhere.
I know. Didn't even make it out the door.
Why? Why did I say that?
Thank you, Spartacus.
You have an interview with.
I have an interview with
Guzman.
Esteban Guzman, right? Yes.
Talking about the importance of art in space and science.
Yeah, there you go. Talking about the importance of art in space and science engineering. Okay? And then you will take us into the show. Right?
Stay tuned. Tomorrow begins at this exact moment in time.
It starts next week, apparently. Here's number one.
Started yesterday.
Here's number one.
Coming up, as asteroid redirect mission winds down, Deep Space Gateway gains support.
Spooky action in space.
I have an interview with Esteban Guzman talking about the intersection of art and science in space.
No.
Estevez?
Yeah, Estevez. Wait a second.
What did I say?
Yeah, you said
Estevez.
Estevez.
You know what? Just making up names.
Yep. Harry Johnson? Like, I don't.
You're hereby known as Bob. Estevez. I don't know how I did that.
Like Esteban, but with a V.
I'm just combining
instead of a
words.
B. Esteban.
All right, let's try this again. Number two.
Coming up, as asteroid redirect mission winds down, Deep Space Gateway gains support.
Spooky action in space.
I have an interview with Esteban Guzman talking about art and science.
And I've got comments, all of that and more, coming up on this episode of Tomorrow.
Did I get it right that time? Did I get it right that
Yes.
time? I got it right that time.
Yes,
All
you
right.
did.
Was
Yeah, right
was
that time,
but
it felt weird because all of our energy levels were different.
Dada?
I'm cool with it if you are.
I wasn't paying attention, so if you say yes, then I'm okay with it.
Yes.
I felt like I came in there all
Did
just
you
like,
bring
next
in-
time on Dragon Ball Z, and Jerry's all like, stop! And then Ben is all just like, and I have an interview.
Oh my God. Did you get any good comments from people watching? Were they? Oh no, I meant like after the fact, like a text message. All right. Making fun of you at all? Those are the most fun.
Someone sent me an unflattering screenshot.
Yeah.
When you have 24 frames per second, it's super easy to get those.
Is this your after dark now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just lounging.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
People watching you?
I don't know why, but yes. Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes we make talk about cool
Oh yeah,
stuff.
you can. In fact, you can walk behind the space station if you want. Yeah, yeah, you can go behind.
Go
there
outside.
you go. Go outside. Without a spacesuit, it's not exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Up, and then he collapsed.
He's dead.
Yeah,
Dead.
And now he's out. He's out.
All right, we need to get the dead body out of here before the fire marshal comes.
Who never came. But we have a remarkably clean. You can pop up. You want to grab a chair? You want to? I don't.
Yeah, grab a.
Those are heavy. Be careful. Yeah.
We're gonna make you do that work though. That's anywhere you want. I'll just move. Yeah, right in front of her. That's perfect.
Yeah, actually, that's
No, I liked it. It was perfect.
it was probably totally fine.
Lame. Oh. Oh. Hang on. Let's. Yeah, that's why.
There you go.
That's exactly why we can't have that.
Because you just.
All right, here. Move it. Go in between, behind Jared and Carrie Ann, like in between the two, because this is zoomed all the way out.
Split us.
Well, move Mike over.
All right, right
can move
there.
Mike over.
Like way back there. All right, now come. Oh, you need enough room to spin.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's why. So.
That is kind of amazing.
So we used to have those chairs as the primary like interview chairs and whatnot. The problem is you may have noticed I fidget a lot, and so I would do exactly that. I would just sit there and spin back and forth in my chair, and Carrie Ann was like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!"
I'm going to do a physics experiment.
Definitely make me sound like I'm the bad guy here.
That's because you're the bad guy here.
I'm the adult.
Wow.
That's different.
It's weird
Well,
how
we
that
do it.
changes
Adults are
in-
bad people.
How that's different in 0G because you're on a space station, so that's 0G that you're doing that in. Right? Yeah. It's micro.
Yeah.
We're in a centrifuge, so it's microgravity. Oh, right. Yeah.
Artificial.
That's what I meant. Artificial.
Artificial gravity.
Artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up artificial. I mean, the world would be turning behind us if we were in a centrifuge.
Don't ruin the illusion. All right, I'm going back to the regular chat room.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
I'll just.
Oh, man.
There's just people.
Ha!
Ugh. It's just you.
Other people sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically for
Watching them react.
a little while.
So this is the After Dark segment where Esteban Guzman learns that sometimes people will watch people and does not understand the
Not
concept
only
of.
will people watch people, but they'll watch you looking at them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I'm
In
not really
silence
looking
and
at them.
awkwardness.
I'm really looking at a camera.
Hello,
You're
people.
like, you're acknowledging them.
Oh, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I love the hologram. How he's like intently look like. Yeah. I feel like.
Run away! Run away!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the After Dark Show. Where sometimes we talk about
You guys
stuff and
like have like
things.
a theme song, like where you're like, TMRO, TMRO.
Go to space.
We do
tomorrow.
now.
Well, sounds like we need to write it.
Yeah, it's firewalking.
Oh, firewalking.
Your chat room has a whole bunch of other crap that mine does not.
My what does?
Your chat room
Yeah.
has a whole bunch of other stuff that mine does not.
I'm in Twitch. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why.
There you go.
Okay.
There's stuff and things and boxes. What the hell?
Yeah.
These force field windows.
Yeah, we're using modern. That's next year. That's future technology. Back to the interview. Yeah, we use fields, magnetic energy, photon fields.
We use spooky
like-
action at a distance. So.
No, we use spooky action up close.
Yeah.
Now we're able to
Spooky action
generate
at a
the
close
artificial
vector.
gravity.
Mike, I apologize for making you change before the show, but it does completely change the effect.
Wait, what happened?
He was wearing a black T-shirt underneath his white, or underneath his blue T-shirt.
And you were getting
And
buried
with
into
the beard, it made it look like he was just wearing a really dark-colored ascot between the blue shirt. And then, because unless I looked at him on the screen, if I looked at like the return, it looked like his hair was totally slicked back, and he looked like a coffee house poet beatnik. It was very confusing for me. Like, this is a totally new look on Mike that I've never seen before.
Mike's gonna start.
What happens in a week?
And he was like, there's 8 minutes to the show. I'm just going to go change. And then he did.
Mike's gonna like start going like, Boeing has a new space plane.
Hey guys, the Canadian Space Agency.
I hate that so much.
What's up?
Astronauts Mountain, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Canadian?
if you're in Canada,
Loch Canadia's just down, over near Pasadena.
that's right. That's absolutely correct.
Yep.
I feel like in Minnesota we could say stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just, Canada's just up 35, eh?
It was just up 35. It was like
Yeah.
Canada was like 2.5 hour drive.
I know.
North.
Nort.
Nort.
You gotta go up north.
It's
Gotta go up
It's
north.
Nort from here.
Jilly Bean. That's a clever name. I'm loving seeing a spinning guest.
We like to see a dance scene.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Wait. Can you do an interpretive dance of how you thought the show went today? That would be great. Yeah. All right, that's fair. It's pretty much every show.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all of them.
Oh my gosh.
No, I did all my dancing yesterday. I was at a party in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And there's just there's instruments in the living room for some reason. And there's just these people that were just, playing songs and no one was really paying attention to them. So I gotta get up in there and dance, it's just a boredom.
What's I saw you have a tattoo. Is that our local system?
It is where the planets were when I was born.
Nice.
Oh, that's really cool. How many planets do you have on your arm?
I have Pluto there because it was a planet when I was born.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to have this question of like, what's your favorite orbiter? Back when the space shuttles were still flying, and no one ever picked Atlantis, and so I picked Atlantis, and then I made it this thing where you had to pick Atlantis, right? Or you were wrong. Right, that was our thing. We even had it like if you dialed our 800 number, it'd be like, press 5 to find out your favorite orbiter. You press 5, it'd be like, Atlantis, and then it would hang up on you.
We even did a show on that too.
We
there
did
was an
we?
entire episode in season 8 about which one's your favorite orbiter. So
Why one shuttle over the other?
Oh, there's no reason. It's just a running shtick. There is no, I mean.
Wait, no. But people pick different shuttles, different orbiters for different reasons.
Most people will pick the orbiter that they first saw launch.
Right.
So if you went down and the very first orbiter you saw was Endeavour, you'd be like, Endeavour. It's the newest of the fleet. It's blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people would be like, Discovery, because it's the workhorse, something, Hubble. And all those people were wrong, because it was truly Atlantis. So the problem is the orbiter stopped flying. And so for a long time, we really struggled to find our new shtick, the thing that you'd be like, no, you're wrong. And it became Pluto. And so now I've taken the hard stance of Pluto as a planet, when in reality, and this is true, I don't care. It's just a classification. It doesn't matter. But it is so much fun to be like, I'm sorry, you meant the 9th planet? You meant the 9th planet, Jared? Or, by the new classification, you mean planet 247?
yeah, basically.
I always have a preference for Endeavour because it's the hometown one.
Aren't they all hometown?
I was about to say, all
you
the
mean like
shuttles.
yeah, they were all built here.
I mean, technically,
Well, it's the one that's here now.
Well,
I
Endeavour
found
was
it
built
so
here
funny.
twice.
I found it so funny when they announced who was getting the shuttles, and Texas threw like a huge hissy fit about Los Angeles getting it. They were like, "Why are they getting it? We should have a shuttle. Why is California getting the space shuttle?" Because
we put out a better-
Los Angeles ever doing. He made it. Like,
Well,
to-
and remember, it was who put out the best bids for it. In Texas, did you see Texas's bid? Like what they were going, like their whole
No,
proposal?
I didn't.
It
Was it
was
poop?
awful. It was truly awful, and they were all surprised. Like, I mean, and they didn't take care of their Saturn V for the longest time. And
No.
everyone's looking at them going, "Yeah, no." Like, well, we fly these things. It's like, well, I mean, good for you, but you didn't build it. You didn't launch it.
yeah.
And you didn't put out a really good proposal, so you just thought you were going to get one because you said we think we are own. No.
Yeah.
No.
Jack
didn't
asks
take
why
care of that
Atlantis is
last
the
thing we
best.
gave you.
Atlantis is the best because nobody else ever picked it.
Yeah.
That was all.
That was. I found the one that like no one ever picked, and so it was Atlantis. Although to be fair, I do think Atlantis was either my first or one of my first shuttle launches. So I think I
It
can't.
ended up to be my first shuttle launch.
Boom.
It just
Club
happenstance
Atlantis.
that way. So that was like,
But what you're never allowed to say ever is that all the shuttles look the same.
but they do.
See, he knows.
What?
It's racist.
That's not racist.
It's shuttlist.
It's orbitist.
It's orbitist.
It's orbital
Spacist?
vehicleist.
It's STSists.
Oh,
That's hard to say.
This one's got eggshell with gray tiles, and this one's got eggshell with black tiles.
Okay, cool.
That Enterprise never went into space.
Ugh.
The one thing named Enterprise didn't go into space.
That's because the Star Trek fans did it wrong, right? So the comment being miffed that Enterprise never made it to space. That's because they forced them to name the first shuttle Enterprise, and they shouldn't have done that. It should have been the first one to go to space named Enterprise, but instead it ended up being the
Just this weird plane with like a weird butt fin on the back.
a weird plane with a weird butt fin on the back. I think now that is the shirt for the show. Weird plane in like a picture of the butt fin.
Yeah. She's
No,
thick.
Enterprise was it was designed to go to space.
was.
But then they were all like, it's too heavy, we can do better. We can make it faster and stronger. We can rebuild it.
Was Enterprise designed for space?
Enterprise was not
I thought
designed
it
to go to
was designed just
space.
for atmospheric testing.
Enterprise was for atmospheric testing, and they were going to refit it to go to space, but deemed it to be too expensive.
Well, how is refitting it not
Refitting is
saying
it,
design,
if it was
parts of
designed
it
to
that
go to
were made out
space,
of
then it would have
wood.
gone to space without refitting.
Oh my God, okay. Semantics, but yeah.
Really?
The
It didn't have the. All right.
You didn't have a what?
Parts of it were made out of wood, man.
Enterprise?
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't have the crew capsule. Everything was just skin like an aircraft.
It was a mock-up that could actually go through the air.
Was there really parts of it made out of wood? It's apparently a lot like
Don't
lesser.
take my word for it. Look it up yourself.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now, but I will look up Enterprise because I thought it was a lot further along than that.
No, all of the
I thought there were humans in the.
all of the heat tiles, the OMS pods, everything is just fiberglass skins. It was an aluminum structure with.
Wait! I thought part of the problem was the ceramic tiles, the heat tiles, were falling off in the drop tests.
No, they didn't. No,
they didn't have them
They were
actually
fiberglass.
attached.
They were.
So there
was
weren't
ju-
actual thermal tiles attached to Enterprise. It was just a,
So
a profile to try to give
where
the
was
same
it that they were
aerodynamics.
falling off?
Columbia.
Columbia.
Like
They-
just on the pad?
The thermal tiles were falling off of Columbia when it was being delivered from Palmdale to Florida in preparation for STS-1.
Yeah, something like 15% of the tiles broke off at some point during the flight and fell. So there's like a trail of probably undiscovered shuttle tiles all the way from Palmdale to Florida.
I feel like we need to just kind of like go find some.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Skirt like Roswell, just like the army, just like
Yeah.
every little thing.
I'm allergic to shuttle tiles though. So
Really?
yeah.
I kind of want to see that. What happens?
Because they're not gluten free. Like, what's the problem?
Well, shuttle tiles are made of silica, and silica breaks off in really small pieces, like micron-sized pieces. And if you inhale it, it can irritate your respiratory system, and that's what happened. Because back
Shouldn't, in theory, that mean everybody is allergic
at the
to?
Space Center back in the day, we had a tile, and I pulled it out for a demonstration, and I wasn't wearing gloves, and my hand started itching like.
This part of the
Absolutely.
conversation out of context is amazing. Yep, continue.
Yeah, and my hands started itching like nobody's business. And then also my throat like started closing up too.
Let me
So-
be clear. If you're a human, doesn't that inference that you are allergic to these tiles?
Probably, but I have never seen that. I don't know of anyone else who has had a reaction like that around a shuttle tile.
Was
And
dumb
it-
enough
and
to
it
not
happened-
wear gloves while touching the
Yes.
tiles? And okay.
Yeah.
You should see his feet swell up on the beach.
Jazz Throat says, haha, Jared is allergic to shuttle. Just so you know, you're allergic to the space shuttle.
Yeah,
so you
that's-
can't say that.
Silicosis is no fun.
You sound like you're about to revoke his space fan card or something. You are allergic to the space shuttle. You are not qualified.
You may not go to space,
So mean.
sir. You're no longer.
So mean.
Get out.
So I can't find any images or anything about Houston's shuttle bid.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I can't
right.
find anything about the wood either, but I
The
can find
pack
something about
with the
fiberglass.
earbuds.
Grab a pack.
You guys are
can hear
adorable. So you're like, no, it's not. It's totally not. Look it up yourself. And then you looked up and you're like, I can't actually find the information I thought I was looking for.
I'm sure we can. I'll find it.
I'm just giving you crap. It doesn't matter to me.
I have a. I'll go to a different resource. I won't use the Google.
Challenger says, Citizen 68698 says Challenger was originally OV099. The dynamic test article was used for stress and strain tests. Then, as
Right,
we
now-
all know, then eventually flew.
Right, and my understanding was Challenger was not designed to actually fly,
But
but then they made it fly.
Challenger's
But-
structures were identical to Columbia's, and they were used for stress testing.
Sure.
Enterprise's structures were different from Columbia's, and it was designed to just fly in our atmosphere.
Oh.
No, so I knew the structures were different, but
So
I
the-
didn't think it was designed to.
So the cost to refit the structures to make the different structures so that it could go into space was more than converting Challengers or STA 099's structures.
That much I knew.
To
That
go
much I
into
knew.
space.
But the intent was to make. I thought the intent was to make Enterprise a spacefaring vehicle.
Initially, the thought was to refit, yes, but then they looked at the cost of refitting it, and it was cost prohibitive. It was never designed to go into space to begin with.
That's what 68698 is saying. Right, Ben. It was cheaper to make OV099 space-worthy than Enterprise.
Right. I thought. I agree with all of that. I'm not disagreeing with that. That lines up. What I'm saying is, I thought the original plan was Enterprise was going to space. So, and then they determined, oh wait, no, we can do it cheaper if we use, not Columbia, Challenger. We'll do that instead.
Yes, that's correct, but it was never designed to go into space. It was designed to do.
To
Atmospheric
be fair,
testing.
this sounds exactly like an argument you and I had not that long ago, and that I don't remember what it was about. And I was like, "We are saying the same things." Oh,
There must have
okay,
been.
you're welcome. Welcome to my world.
If the intent was to send it to space
the,
originally.
The decision to
Sorry, I kicked you.
The decision to look into refitting it to go into space was made after it was designed and flown, and they wanted another orbiter in addition to Columbia.
So that's the part. So that is the. I was always under the assumption that it was always designed to go to space.
No.
And then they realized, wait, hold. We can actually do it cheaper if we just use this other article over here because it has the newer structure. It makes more sense. But originally it was supposed to be Enterprise, but they were still really early in the program and they hadn't actually figured everything out yet. And by the time they figured the frame out, they're like, oh well, wait, no, that Enterprise isn't going to go. We're going to go over here because it's going to be cheaper to do this rather than retrofitting everything over here.
They were still designing all of the structures and everything for Columbia and Challenger when Enterprise was, mostly built.
And here's a fun fact that might be causing the confusion here is you're right, Ben, that they originally intended that, but then looking seriously at refitting it, what didn't actually occur until after the Challenger explosion. It was after Challenger that they looked again at, can we actually still turn this into a space-worthy vehicle? That was only looked at just very briefly before they decided, no, that's not a good idea. So they actually looked at it twice. Of refitting Enterprise. The original plan of refitting it until they got the design finalized for Columbia, and then again after the Challenger disaster.
Sure, and that all makes sense. My argument, I guess, where Dada and I are splitting hairs here is when they actually determined when in the line they wanted to make it a spacefaring vehicle, right? Was that done early on, like the original? It was originally like Enterprise is going to be this test article, and it's going to be our first vehicle in space, or was it? Well, we have this article. Let's see what it would take to make it a spacefaring vehicle. Oh wait, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's the first. Dada's saying it's the second.
Correct.
Yeah,
And I'm
so-
saying it's both.
and you're saying it's both. No,
No,
well,
it can't.
Just at different times. No,
No.
I'm serious. It's both, but at
No,
different
Mike.
times.
Mike. The distinction is that on the pieces of paper where Enterprise was being designed, Ben is asserting that the intent was to put that vehicle into space.
right.
And that's not true.
Which is true.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
So we're not going to determine this now. I happen to know some of the people who can actually for realsies answer this. So apparently we're having a hard time looking it up. Rather than going around in circles, we're going to put a pin in it. We're just going to go ask them, and we're going to be like, "What's the deal with Enterprise?" Right? When was it determined that you wanted to put it into space? Okay, I can't give.
I just did a quick search, and Wikipedia brought that up. So.
Yeah, but this is basically saying the same thing that Dutta and I are saying. Our disagreement is, so Dutta would agree with everything in this, as would I. Our disagreement isn't that it was that there was a plan to put it into space. We all agree on that. What we disagree with is when it was planned to be put into space.
After Columbia.
No.
According to this
no,
article.
No.
So.
The disagreement is when on paper they originally said, hey, let's make this a spacefaring vehicle. Not like when in the launch manifesto to launch, but like when in that timeline of events did they say Enterprise is going to be a spacefaring vehicle. My understanding was, and by the way, I could be incorrect, but my understanding has been for quite some time that happened very early in the process, and it wasn't a late breaking thing. Dutta's saying no. It was designed as a test article, not as a flight-worthy article. And they were looking at making it a flight article, and then they said, no, we're not going to do that. Right. Did I sum that up correctly, Dutta? Is that a...
Yes.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So we just need to figure out when in the design process they wanted it to be a flight-worthy vehicle.
Okay.
And we happen to know people who can answer that question.
Okay, sounds good.
We will ask said people. It will take a little while to get that answer, but we will get that answer.
Answers are good.
Hey, do we have an answer on the color of Spaceship Earth?
Yes, it is white. Next up.
No, that's actually not true.
That is correct. It is white.
Kind of
Thank
feel like
you.
it's gray though.
End of conversation.
But it's like gray silver.
Yeah, you can feel like that, but technically, it's white.
But
It's Endeavor eggshell.
Endeavor eggshell.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember anything on Twitter, so it's definitely white. Also, you can't. Is Enterprise a planet?
that's funny. That did not pop up for me.
No, it never cleared its own orbit.
Oh, because you're in the beta client.
Oh, that way?
Yeah. So yeah, if you go to the main client, but
I don't think I can.
In the main client, I can't push this to air. So for those who don't know, there is a new beta version of the chat room that we are working with inside the studio.
Yeah, but see, if I do that, then I get none of that.
Because you have to log in.
Right, and I can't log in.
Anyhow, beta version of the client in the studio. The advantage of the beta version of our client is twofold. One, it actually combines the Twitch chat and the regular Tomorrow chat into one cohesive thing, so we can actually see everything in one page. And two, when we hit we get these dots and extra features on our screen. We've had them for quite a while. When we press the red one, it automatically creates, like Dutta has a social banner now from Seki. It says Beam is innovative.
SEKI. I don't
Sure.
know why you keep freaking out about it.
That was automatically created when I pressed the red button in the chat room. It just made it. It built it. So because of that, actually, I just did realize that spacing is wrong. Anyhow, that's what we want it to be. Like, that's the future, but it's very, very poorly failing in the studio. It's not good at all. So we'll work with Colton and make it. Yeah, Tars beta sucks majorly right now. Yeah, that's a pretty good explanation of it. But hopefully as logs figure out what happened there, and that's why it's beta. Yep.
You guys ever watch yourself on the live feed?
Like 10 seconds behind ourselves?
Yeah.
God, no.
I'm doing it, and it's just like the
It's
person
the
on
worst.
the screen has no will. Like, I try, don't do what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But he can't help himself. He's gonna do it. I want to give a shout out.
Yeah,
to my buddy Skylar, who's currently in Colorado, taking care of his grandma.
Aw.
And I just want to say a few things about him. That his favorite movie is Titanic,
What?
and he
What? No.
hates Batman.
Wow.
And
Wait, does Skylar also think that Princess Bride is a crappy movie because it's not a good comedy?
yes.
Wow.
I think the entire. I
think that.
I'm just saying a bunch of stuff because he's watching right now.
Yeah.
He's messaging me.
Well,
Right.
also, I think at this point the entire chat room hates Skylar.
Welcome to the world,
He succeeded
Jack.
in turning everyone against him. Good job.
Oh, he's helping out his grandma in Colorado. That's so nice.
This is slander.
What? He doesn't like Batman? Piece of shit.
No, he's a great guy. I'm just messing with it.
Great guy who doesn't like Batman.
He's told. No, he loves that. Everything
No,
I just said
no.
is a lie.
Okay.
No, you said it on the
said
internet,
it.
which means now it's true.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Reddit is going to make a post about this.
Oh my God, yeah.
And say,
Oh, he's gonna love this. He is gonna love this.
I think that was the weirdest argument I've ever heard forever about not liking The Princess Bride.
No, that I just agreed because I knew you.
No, I know. The reason that came up is because I recently had a conversation with somebody who told me they didn't like The Princess Bride. I said, why? And they said, because it's not funny. And I said, but it's not a comedy.
The Princess Bride.
I was like, I don't understand. It's literally not billed as a comedy, so I don't understand how you're judging it. It's also not a horror flick. Terrible for a horror. It's like, it doesn't fit that genre at all. And I was like, right, because it's literally not in that genre. That's not a good way to judge a movie.
What is that?
Because it doesn't make any freaking sense.
it's Twitter in 4K.
that I don't know what that is.
It's the conversation you had about what color the Epcot ball is.
It's white.
Is it called the Epcot ball?
no,
sure,
Or
it's
did
not.
I mess that up?
It's called Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Epcot ball.
Is it a planet?
You know,
It is
under the
now.
new classification, I think it may be.
Skylar just messaged me. God damn it.
Oh, you know what? I feel like that should be a new thing in After Dark is that we mess with Skylar every show and just make something up new about
Wait,
Skylar.
Is that like Jimmy
Skylar.
Kimmel always trying to have Matt Damon on and they always run out of time?
Yeah, something similar. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Skylar walk in here and just
Just someday some random dude walks in here. I'm Skylar. None of that's true. We're out of time.
we should have.
Oh my God, we've created a Batman debate in the chat room. People like Batman's just an overrated. Oh yeah.
It's not a crime to hate Batman as long as you love Adam West.
First
here
it was
we've got-
ejection seats, now it's Batman.
I hate Ben Affleck, so I'm torn on the Batman thing myself. Batman is a rich asshole who, instead of fixing his city, runs around with a cape to get his ass whooped while not stopping any actual crime. Gotham is a better Batman story. Batman can't do shit, though.
Nice.
Skylar.
Batman as a character is good,
movie
but
yet,
as a
though?
superhero, he's overrated.
Skylar, you're watching this. Defend yourself in the chat room, man.
Defend yourself, Skylar! Defend yourself! Look at the anti-Batman rhetoric you've created, says Skylar. Citizen 68698 asks, "Who is Skylar?" How does one answer who is Skylar? That's such a deep question.
That is a deep question.
That might be
Who
too
is
deep
Sky-
for this show.
I mean, that
honestly.
is. Skylar is a very emotional person.
Yeah.
Very in touch with his feelings.
Skylar, my phone's broken.
Does he invoke feelings in you, Ben?
I
What?
am all. He says I am all. It's true.
What was the question, Space Mike?
Does he evoke feelings in you, Ben? Is that inspirational?
It's inspirational to me. Skylar's why we built tomorrow.
We look to the Skylar.
This whole show.
Oh, boo. Oh, God. Oh.
Okay, so Skylar is God. He's a god.
It's taking a little
Depends
too far.
on which god, though.
Wow,
I think
this is
he'd
getting
prefer to be.
Very existential now.
Well, would you say that he's a deity or a deity?
I thought it was deity.
Deity.
I'm so confused.
So for those not in the know, this is an argument that Ben and I had a little over a year ago.
Which I captured on video.
Which it's a great video.
Yeah,
by the way.
and the question was, what color is the geodesic sphere?
In nature. Base it on your search bar. Every photo will be gray because you can't replicate that color white in nature. Yeah, but you're not. I'm not talking about like a 10% gray. I'm talking about like 30 or 40. No, it's not even 30 or 40. This is 30 or 40. This.
I'm not gonna lie, you sound like a woman.
I do.
Honest to God, I don't even know how we got here. But as soon as it started, like neither one of us can stop. It's redonk. It's absolutely redonk.
If it makes you feel.
If you weren't so wrong, this wouldn't be so difficult.
The solution is simple, and you said
The solution is simple. We can go down to Epcot, we can look at it, and then you can tell me how right I am.
It's really bad that you suck so much.
So
All of the time, and continue to do so, by the way.
Dada
So I
actually
had an opportunity. I found a former Imagineer who was talking about the Epcot ball, and I asked him if he knew. Maybe you'd know what is the official color designation requested from the manufacturer of the skin triangles of Epcot. And he said, "Do you mean the Alucobond panels on Spaceship Earth?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I don't know. I think it was one of the few off-the-shelf colors they already made." I went and looked it up, and they had a number of shades of white and or gray. And Epcot Prime said, "I used to know this. Maybe Alucobond can refresh our memories." And Alucobond said, the finish used was anodized clear. So
Cool.
so it's aluminum. The color is aluminum. It's not gray. It's not white. It's aluminum.
So nobody was correct.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Well, no, I mean one would classify aluminum as gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but first off, that was on the internet. I don't know who
I
wrote
also
that
like how
tweet. so
Skylar's
I
like,
don't-
wait, it's not white?
By the way, what color is this back here?
What color do you think it is?
Anodized clear 2.5.
Right, what color do you think
Actually,
it is?
hang on. Let's take a vote before anyone answers. Go to camera 2 for me. I snap. Jeez.
You snap like that's gonna make
No,
that
camera
happen.
2. Well, yeah, no, not that camera. Go
middle
back to the
camera?
wide
There you
camera.
go,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
What color do you
What color
think
do you
this
think
is?
the set is right here? What color is that?
Oh my God.
Color is all that.
Are you asking me or the crowd?
Yes,
No,
everyone.
asking you.
Asking you and the chat room. I want the chat room to answer as well. So what
And
color
you
do you
know,
think it is?
I should know this because I painted it, but I can't remember
Yeah.
what color.
It's kind of like a.
Well, don't answer quite yet.
Like this is gonna like really like screw me as an artist because just like the artist doesn't know his colors.
I need the exact hex value.
There's a character in my comic that I put the hex value of fuck you.
So what do you think? What do you think it is?
It's kind of off-white.
Yeah. Star Wars white, light gray, 50 Shades of Gray. Looks white
Skylar
to
says
me.
whatever Esteban says is wrong. We've got light gray, dull white, titanium white, light gray,
Atlantis
Star
white.
Wars white, 50 Shades of Gray.
Actually, here. This is
That there
another-
are 5
This is
lights.
painted the same color. This is the same color as the background. What color do we think?
It's like one of those optical illusions where it's like the checkerboard and the ball.
Here you go.
And it's like these two, you know,
Right. So if I tip
are
it
the
like this,
same color.
I tip it like this, where you have the light hitting it here, and it's darker down here, so it's under shadow.
Yep.
What color do you think? This is for realsies, right? Dada will back me up. This is painted the exact same
Yeah,
color.
we only bought 4 paint colors.
Yeah, and
there
one-
are 4 paint colors,
And
one
one
of
of
which
them's-
was purple, so it doesn't even remotely count.
Well, no, I was gonna say one of them is just the difference between gloss and.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. We bought 5 paint colors because there was black glossy, black matte, then there was really dark gray matte, then there was purple, and then there's this color.
It's white
3
balance
shall
color.
be the number of paint colors. 4 shall be the number of paint.
yeah, I know.
The number of paint colors shall not exceed
Sorry.
5.
Could I have your notebook, please? I'm just gonna steal it from you.
Go ahead.
Either one?
Sitting up is kind of dumb.
No, I just wanted to steal it.
Because
So,
he wants to steal the paper. Yeah.
if it helps, there you go. This is how close it is to white. There you go. So it's an extremely light gray. We did this on purpose because if we used white on the set, it would overblow on the camera.
Yeah.
And if we did light gray, it basically looks like white, but it's not white. And we can actually overcrank the camera a little bit and get better definition in the face. So we went with a really light gray to, thank you, to compensate.
If I remember correctly, wasn't this color like Apollo console? Or it had like a spacey name to it or something, didn't it?
It did not. That was the color I wanted to get, but was like a shade too dark.
Oh, yeah,
But I
yeah.
wanted to get it because it had the space name to it. Same thing with the gray at our house, I want to say. Like we
yeah.
had something like that.
That's funny.
You ever guys think of putting hats on the TV?
Hats?
No, because he moves around too freaking much.
We have a hat on the set.
We do.
Yeah, in the back. Duda's hat.
Oh!
Duda's building hat.
They asked, the 3D model of the windows was Apollo something, right? That's correct. So
Yeah, that was for sure.
the shape is actually called
Apollo.
Apollo, and it's based off of a block shape. So the set is inspired by a couple different things, but one of them was Carrie Ann found these blocks that had that shape, like that window shape to them, basically exactly that. And you just take the blocks and you stack them and you build that. And they're these like giant concrete things, so they're heavy and a pain in the butt to work with.
Except they were like a quarter of the size.
Yeah,
And they were smaller.
much
Yeah, that's
smaller.
correct. That's correct. They were smaller. But we're like, wouldn't it be cool if we put like a planet back there and made it look like the windows of a spaceship? And Dad was like, yeah, but you know, they're too small. And so he threw them into CAD and built them. And then he had to figure out how to build them. And so, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he designed it in CAD and then he came by and I mean, they look incredible even in person. It's
Yeah, this is
an
the
engineering
original
marvel.
thing
Yeah.
I found.
Nice.
And
I threw it in the chat
What
room.
color is that?
Beige, it looks like here,
does
but I'm
look
pretty sure
kinda
it's
beigey.
white. Yeah.
Eggshell beige.
You can model just about anything in CAD. The trouble is trying to
They want
figure
the
out how to
background
build it.
planet to rotate.
Yeah. So the original
doesn't?
original design did allow and still does allow for enough room for an LED video wall behind the set. And when we have the 200, okay, we're just showing both white and gray in that picture at that point.
Right, it's gray.
Why are you so wrong?
Because I'm not wrong.
It's aluminum.
Aluminium. What was I saying? Oh, it's about $200,000 to get that video wall. And then people say, what about projection? The problem is the lights are too bright, and so the projection would be destroyed by our studio lights. So it has to be something that can thwart the studio lights but still look good.
What about chroma key?
You can leave now.
When's the last time you
waiting
tried
for
doing
that to
live
happen.
chroma key?
Yeah. You know how it's even if you get an image, like you get a person, let's just say Jared's beautiful hair, and you put him in front of a beautifully lit screen, right? Beautifully lit chroma key screen, and you bring him into Photoshop, you go to key him out. You get 90% of the way there with just a single, like, you could even magic wand that. But that last 10% of the way is the edging of the skin and all the detail in the hair, and it takes forever just for one frame.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I have 24 of those per second, technically 23.976 of them per second. And getting live chroma key that doesn't suck is stupid expensive. So we won't. The other nice thing is that you can see we have these lights that are interacting with the set and simulating the star, right? So this is not Earth behind us. It's some, like, you won't recognize any bodies of anything over here. The light shining back through here is approximately, it's not quite perfect, but it's darn close to where the star would be illuminating the planet. And then that's kind of its setting. And it's actually also like the setting sun, or the kind of different interaction of that light is bouncing back off into this. So we're getting this really cool play of light that I would not have gotten with chroma key.
Okay.
So, I mean, I could simulate it with like paint, but it's not, it's just not the same.
It's pretty dope, man.
Let's ask Reddit. They always have good ideas.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
They always have the best ideas. The best ideas come from Reddit.
Now what, is he taking the fire extinguisher? The flashing camera?
Did the
All right,
camera poop
guys.
out?
You out?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Space Mike.
Interesting
Space Mike.
conversation about colors and whatnot, but
Goodbye.
we'll see you later.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
If Skylar's still watching, he's a pretty dope man.
Aww.
Skylar's good.
Not watching.
Then screw you, Skylar. Get the hell off of my computer.
So Destructor 1701 asks, is the topography of the planet the same as the old planet? In other words, I know it's a new angle and new lighting setup, but is this planet the same planet model. It is the same planet model. I did move to a new section of the planet, but okay, what are we? We're looking at the gap in the fire extinguisher. Look, we have a fire extinguisher now.
Finally.
There you go. There you go.
Here he
Here comes.
Here comes Esteban. There goes Esteban.
And then in that camera. So I did reorient the planet, but yeah.
Quantum disentangled.
Yeah, we've quantumly he's turned into colors. Are we? I think we're finishing it. What is that?
I don't know. I like how they said Matt, but they spelled it like Matthew Robert as opposed to with an E. I can't go back.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Like, why would you
I'm
do
hungry
that?
too.
Do you? You're a paint.
I gotta pee.
You're a paint company.
Need help? No? You good?
If you're willing. Get some gloves. You might be allergic.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That was great full circle right there. That was fantastic.
Thanks. It's called a callback.
Oh my god!
Oh man, that's terrible.
Why'd you put an A in my? No, it's not Hig and Botham. God.
Higginbotham.
Higginbotham. HP1. All right. On that note, we out, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.
Rocket road trip next week.
See. Oh yeah.
Rocket road trip
Rocket
next
road
week.
trip.
Hopefully no
More details during next week's show.
We should.
And hopefully Mini Dutta. Mini Dutta's like cooking too long now.
Laziest child ever.
All she's doing is eating and getting bigger.
Yeah. Lame.
Preparing the destruction of things.
I pictured that. All right. See you, kids.
We're out of here.